So I had just gotten out of a 2-year relationship, and I wanted to like treat myself. This girl, she didn't let me do some things I wanted to do in my personal life, and I was like, okay, well, you know what? Now I've got the reins back to my life. So I decided I'm gonna play World of Warcraft again. I'm gonna do it. Just go out there and figure my life out on the World of Warcraft. And yeah, just as soon as I got back in, I was just looking for a group to play with, and some kid whispers me and is like, hey, join us. We're kind of new, but we're figuring it out. It's like, okay, fine. And I don't know if it was my idea or her idea, but someone said that we should just go somewhere in the game.
It was these were like 12-year-olds we were playing with. You didn't know that. I knew that because I was part of that group of 12-year-olds. I was 14. I was 14, not 12. But yeah, and our friend, he's like, let's just go do some stuff together. Let's go kill some enemies. So I was like, sure. And then this new guy that joined also said, yeah, I'll go. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then he comes up and starts annoying me immediately. And we went to do stuff. We chatted for like a day, and then I had to leave for a week. So I met him one day. He said, get Skype, back when like Skype was like newish. I was like, what the heck is Skype? Whatever, sure. He told me to get Skype, and then he disappeared for a week. And then the week he gets back, I disappear for a week because my brother had a wrestling tournament.
Oh yeah, I went to DC.
He went to Washington, what happened. DC. Yours was a little more fun than mine.
It wasn't that fun.
And then he didn't tell me this till later, but while I was gone, one of my friends gave him my Facebook. So he was stupid on me way before I got back. And then he said one of my favorite things, and by favorite, I mean I hate it. I get back and he's like, Kesha. And I'm like,
I don't know what possessed me to say that.
But yeah, this was like right in the summer. So we were both on summer vacation in high school, and we just started playing a lot because he joined with us. He showed me how to play the game because I hadn't played a lot. Well, I mean, I hadn't ever played at like max level. So we started playing together and turned into like, gaming sessions till 5 a.m. And
yeah,
we'd both go to bed, cheesing, smiling. I remember like specifically our first month, we were just like, my face hurts from smiling. Yeah. And gosh, this is so long.
Yeah.
It's like we started dating after a month of like gaming together, and then that went really well. And then after a year of online dating, we finally met in person. He flew out here to Utah to see me, and our moms accompanied us, because we were both minors.
Oop. Well, I wasn't anymore. I was 18.
Oh. Whatever.
Yeah.
Senior. But yeah,
whatever.
We met in person. It was wonderful. Took them all around. We went to see like Great Salt Lake. We went to go Park City, all like the nice places in Salt Lake.
I really like that downtown area that we went to. Was that just in downtown?
No, it was just a mall. It's still there.
I don't know. It was fun.
It was a nice mall, yeah. And it went like just perfectly. Great 3 days. When he had to leave, we both cried. And then from there, we saw each other typically like once or twice a year.
I would even say once every like 3 months.
You think?
6 months.
Yeah. I don't think it was that often.
Because we'd meet for summer, spring break, and winter. So yeah, 3 times a year.
I didn't always go there for winter though.
Or I'd go out there.
Well, yeah, basically we would go back and forth visiting when we could. And I'm making it all sound smooth sailing, but everybody was very weird about it at first.
Yeah.
Like he's just making up an online girlfriend, and me, I'm just making up a guy so people will leave me alone. My parents think, he's a predator. They think I'm some like fake girl trying to scam him, or
this
not
was
even
before,
a girl.
This was before we met in
person. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
After that, after we met in person, started stuff, our parents kind of chilled out, but people still never like until we started like really like living together. People
Yeah.
were just like, yeah, sure, she's your girlfriend, whatever. She's cheating on you, and they'd say the same thing. Or like when he was about to go to college, you know, my parents were like, oh, college, he's gonna be way too busy for you, and he's gonna find somebody else. And I was like, like
They
we never, like,
underestimate that week that I played Skyrim. Just that was it. That was I didn't leave my dorm. I just played Skyrim for a week.
I was like, he hasn't been the type to leave his house. He's not gonna just suddenly start. But you know, I mean, we never really had like, despite what everybody said, we didn't really have like trust issues like that.
Yeah.
We were very phone clingy because, you know, we couldn't be there in person, so we just had to like text each other constantly or we'd freak out. And yeah, after 4 years, I graduated high school. A couple months after, I finally moved out to Florida. And then
I don't know. Then from there, yeah, we moved to Tallahassee because I was accepted to FSU. That was a
did the
fun
college thing.
experience. Yeah, you
Living
know,
together was honestly not like,
what.
I'm trying to say, like, not bad. Like, people like, you move in with somebody and you like learn things about them and you're like, oh gosh, this is not how I thought they were at all. But I mean, we're exactly the same in person. Like, we'd always
I got what I signed up for.
Yeah, then after 10 years, was it 10 years we got married, or
I think it was after 9.
9?
Yeah, 9 years, and then we got married.
Because we got married before COVID.
Correct.
And that's the marker now. Is before COVID or after?
Though I would say the only weird thing about our relationship is that our wedding day actually means nothing to, or I shouldn't even call it a wedding day. You know, our actual marriage anniversary means like nothing. We actually just celebrate the day that we got together.
Yeah, it's more meaningful for us. I mean, not that we're not happy to be married, but you know, it's like at 9 years, it's like we felt like we've been married for like a while.
Yeah.
We'd always acted like married bigger couple anyway. So yeah, after that, you know, we've hauled up, moved out here.
Like, what drew you to Kesaia?
I mean, this is going to sound simple in theory, but very complex in practice. But you know, the feminine form that plays video games is by default appealing to a 16, 17-year-old young man, you know. It's that was the initial draw. But no, I fell in love with her very quickly. She was always very caring. She was always very invested in any issue I had or anything I was doing. You know, she was there to celebrate my victories. So while the initial "ooh, girl that plays video games" was the first draw, I very quickly realized that there was a lot more to her. And I guess I should give a more direct answer other than that. You know, I don't know. It kind of started as the simple thing, but whereas I realized that you know, she was really here for me in every way you could possibly imagine. It just, you know, it was just a slow build up to kind of what we have now.
That's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I guess like Kesaia, what drew you to Derek?
Yeah, so honestly, when we first started talking about, you know, he was like, I was getting like fun guy vibes, and that's like the first thing, I guess, is like, you know how Derek is. You know, he's just loud, outgoing guy. Doesn't matter if you're like the president of the United States, he's gonna act exactly the same, be himself all the time. And I'm a very quiet person. I would say I'm definitely the introvert here. I mean, we're both introverts, but he's better at being extroverted. And
I can pretend.
He had his like cocky attitude, loud, outgoing, confident, and I was just kind of like drawn to that. I guess I was like, I need some of that energy. But I mean, I really approached it like friends, Like I just liked being friends with him at least. And when I started liking him, you know, it was online. This is 2010, and I was like, I'm 14, he's 17. He's not gonna like me, so I'm just gonna be content with being friends. Mainly, he made everything fun. He says like I was invested, but the way he gets invested in everything, it makes everything a lot more exciting than it is. I just really like enjoyed that. He
Fair
made
enough.
things fun, and you were also really eager to help me like get better at the game.
Yeah.
And you didn't like want anything. I mean, maybe you did want something in return. I don't know.
People to play with. That's what I wanted in return.
Gamer life.
It's like his opposing thing where he's could be a jerk, but you're also really helpful and nice. I liked that. So yeah, mainly it was that, and then mainly we had a lot in common too.
Yeah.
We had like a day on Skype where like, did you like Barney as a kid? Yeah, I like Barney as a kid. Do you like this movie? Yeah. It's just, I don't know, it's just like we had a lot in common. And for me, it's like how I grow to like somebody is I have to be like friends with them first, like really good friends. Then I'm like, I think I could date them. But I had like given up hope on that. So when he asked me out, I was like completely surprised. So I was just like, he's never gonna do it. Yeah, I'm like 14, it's online, it's not gonna work.
You were almost 50.
Yeah, I was. Well, it was like 4 months away.
Mm.
But yeah, I'd say that's it. It's just fun, outgoing energy was what drew me in, and then seeing how helpful and nice he was despite his rough exterior.
I always say my spirit animal is a sea urchin because I'm sharp and pointy on the outside, but soft and gooey on the inside.
Also, he's funny. He just blurts things out. Like, gosh, I remember the first time we went to the movies together, and it was like it was a scary movie. I don't remember the name of it, but it's this like intense scene. She's hiding in the shower. It's about to like pop out and like scream at her. Derek just like whispers into the whole like theater, like, I'm gonna eat your butt or something stupid.
God.
And the whole theater just starts snickering, and I'm like, oh my God.
That's hilarious though. Bravo.
Just like the boldness to do that and the fight. That's what I like. You're ridiculous.
You gotta go for it. Never pass up an opportunity for comedy. Even if that story is, that's really some like 2010s humor.
It's like, I know it's like a you had to be there thing, but it was just so funny. And it just stuck at me. I was like, who the heck else would do that? Nobody.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I said, your confidence, like, ooh, another thing, your like work ethic, but like about everything. You don't do anything halfway.
Mhm.
You need to do something, you
I'm
do
all
it
or nothing,
immediately. Yeah. Like if he gets into writing, he's like, I'm gonna write a book. He doesn't do it casually, which maybe you need some casual, but I still admire like how much you put into everything.
Okay.
And I also like, like I said, it's been a long, rough year for us. Whatever I need, whatever my family needs, he always just steps up, no hesitation. It hasn't been like me feeling, I don't have to feel bad or feel like I have to ask him to help. I mean, obviously we're married, but I guess, I don't feel like that would be so, like, you make it look really easy, even though it must be really hard.
I blame my dad. It's
Why?
I actually because he's kind of the same way. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even he doesn't even necessarily have a plan yet, but he'll say, okay, we'll take care of this. We'll get it done. And I've just always looked to that as we'll just get it done. We'll figure it out. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We'll get it done.
Yeah, and you do. Ooh, another thing I thought of that I like is your willingness to communicate, I guess. Or rather, like you refuse not to. So when I would get mad at him while we were dating and online only, what I would do is I would just go to bed without saying goodnight. It made him so mad for no reason.
Again,
And
that's gonna be something I blame my
now
dad
that we
for.
like once we moved together in person, I couldn't do that anymore. And I'm the type where I would try to go to bed mad. I'd like sleep on it. He's like, no, we're gonna talk. We're not gonna go to bed mad at each other. And he never lets us do that. And we never. There's like one rough time where we've had that happen, but either way, we still like talked about it.
Mhm.
You know, and if we have like issues with each other, it doesn't feel like I can't bring it up. I hope you feel the same way.
Yeah, no, of course.
And then just being able to do that with each other and just like point things out like, hey, I'd like it if you do this more, or it bothered me that you said that, or like anything like that. It's just really helped us help each other grow as people. And we've, especially since, you know, we started, you know, 14 and 17, we've gotten to like help each other grow up together. So it's been kind of wild if you think about it.
Yeah, no, it's been pretty crazy.